So we kick off with the CI subwoofers. So the first one I want to cover is the ISW3, which is a 2x6.5 inch long throw subwoofer that has an extremely rigid enclosure and therefore a very low distortion. This subwoofer is very versatile, so you can see in the top left, you can build it into a ceiling, into a floor. There, of course, we recommend to get some scrim or a fine filter underneath the grill, so no parts will fall into the cabinet. We have in the middle shows an in-wall or a closet installation. Here you can see that it's installed vertical. Note that you always have to install it above the plinth, so the pressure can be put out to the grill. It's paintable and it can be exchanged for a custom grill if you want to. Last but not least, on the right you see a kitchen cabinet installation. A lot of times it's used for placement in custom furniture. There is a special adapter in the box, so you are able to mount it horizontally. You lose, of course, some space inside your cabinet, but it's nicely tucked away, and the only thing you see is a grill, again, which you can paint in the color you like. The second one is the ISW4, also a current model that's available. It's a 2x8 inch long throw paper Kevlar base driver. It has a very rigid construction because it comes with a mandatory back box, which has the matrix bracing like we use in our 800 series. Therefore, we can have a very low distortion, can have a very nice crisp bass response till 20 Hz. So that's a really nice solution for in-wall. Note that also the back box is very shallow, so you can easily fit that in between two studs. New and latest addition to our CI subwoofer family is the ISW6. It can be installed in a drywall installation, so also in between studs, or even be retrofit afterwards if you prepared cabling. It has a dual 3x7 inch racetrack driver. They are mounted in a force cancelled configuration that significantly reduce unwanted resonances from the cabinet. Like already said, it can sit between a standard stud bay. You can mount it horizontally or vertically because the width and the height is exactly the same. You mount it with 4 brackets which are easily installed and aligned with the front of the stud. Therefore, installation is quite easy. It comes with a very discreet grill, which is really small, but also there is a retrofit grill available, which I can go in the next slides. If you look at the details of this new subwoofer, you can see the 2 drivers installed here. It has a power rating of 250 watts. Yeah, it's capable of reaching frequency down to 30 Hz. If you see here the grill installations, on the left you see the retrofit grill. So if you want to install the subwoofer after you did your drywall, you can cut a big hole in your plasterboard, install the subwoofer and totally cover with the retrofit grill. The other 2 options which came in the box are the discrete grill installation, which of course will show that more discrete look and feel about this subwoofer installation. You can choose vertical or horizontal, and also both grills can be painted to match the color of the wall quite easily. So we have paint masks within the box, so it's easy to paint the bezel and the grill all at once. Our new flagship, I'm very glad that this finally here is a new high-performance in-wall subwoofer featuring a powerful 12-inch aerofoil bass driver. This aerofoil is the same material we use in our 800 series speakers. Of course, we already had a CI 800 series, but we didn't have a real good accompanying sub, and now we do. So it's the same as the ISW4. It uses a very strong matrix-braced backbox made from MDF. And also total nil is a decoupling system, which I will go in the next slide. It can handle 100 watts of 1000 watt per subwoofer. It goes down to 12 Hz, so that's outstanding for an in-wall subwoofer, and we were never able to do that. This is also because of the used backbox, which measured 30 liters, and that's why we are able to get such an outstanding performance out of it. If you look at the drive unit itself, it's a separate SKU, but you always need to use the back box. So first install the back box and then have the speaker unit built in. Like I already said, it's a 12-inch design, and the cool thing is that the magnet is not at the back of the unit but in front. So we use a very powerful neodymium magnet, but it's quite light. And we designed a very nice chassis, which is needed to control the woofer itself, but also it's used as a heatsink to reduce thermal compression. Yeah, the result is that we can have an extremely efficient motor, resulting in a very deep dynamic bass response. Looking at the details of the ISW8 backbox is that we use a new decoupling system. So on the upper and the lower side of the backbox, where we mount the backbox in between the studs, we make sure that we magnetically isolate the back box. Even if you look more closely at the front of the back box, there's a rubber strip that makes sure that we even decouple it from the plasterboard itself. Yeah, especially if you're dealing with frequencies below 30 Hertz, having a decoupled unit is more or less a must to be able to have a nice clean bass performance from an in-wall subwoofer like the ISW8. So it's a very, very nice and good sounding solution.
Check out more videos below and support our channel by hitting the like button. If you want any of our latest videos, please remember to subscribe and check the bell icon so you'll get notified whenever our new content is released. Please leave any thoughts or questions in the comments section. Thanks for watching.